And everything looks good, so let's continue. We want to jump back into this vortex. Dancer shoes for her feet. What does she currently have equipped? Soft boots. Her speed's already 70. I guess that's not too bad. Drop that down, give her a little bit more agility. Good call, thank you. I'll definitely use that. Okay, let's see. We need to essentially just follow the path, and we should come to her trial. Okay, so I guess even though we have two paths available, the left path will get us where we're going faster. They have to have stuff. 11 hours, 11 and a half hours that's a lot to get through. Do you happen to know if it's, excuse me, if it's taking advantage of maybe some sort of like glitch to jump between places? Is it one of those ones where it's okay, it's just start the game and then defeat the final boss, get to the end credits, that kind of speed run, or is it like literally start the game and get to the end of the game in just that time frame? Because I know there's different there's different criteria depending on what type of speed run you're going for. But that's insane. Okay, so they're obviously going to be using some sort of shortcuts. I don't know what game it is. Oh gosh, I'm trying to think. There's a game where you can actually, it might even be Final Fantasy VII, where you can actually at certain points pop in, like Suikoden 2 or the Legend of some maybe even Xenogears or Xenosaga. There's a specific Squaresoft game, I believe, where if you pop in a completely different game disc, it changes everything. You can kind of skip through a lot of stuff. I see. So you're basically trying to avoid fighting at the same time running through stuff. Still 12 hours. I mean, it takes a lot of practice. Okay, and now we are taking on Meiru's personal boss battle. As to be expected, Archangel here has quite powerful magical attacks, but then again, Meiru is pretty strong in her magical attack and defense as well. Archangel has 3,200 health. Again, we'll get 6,000 experience, no gold, no items, and our basic strategy here is pretty much the same. We're going to hit Psychedelic Bomb X and see where it takes us. I see. So that makes it a little bit easier when you have like an exact formula you can follow to achieve your goal. Ouch. It's another one of those reduce you to 1 health kind of things. Okay, I see what you're doing. I've always considered doing, maybe not necessarily a speedrun challenge, but there is, for Final Fantasy VII, since I know the game like the back of my hand, there are 1 day and no save challenges where you have basically, from the time you start the game, you have 24 hours constant. Like you don't stop or pause the clock to beat the game. And you can't save. You're not allowed to save your game. What is that? That's Earth, probably? Yeah, so wind might work. I don't have any wind, I don't think. Oh, that might be light. We'll try Night Raid. There's also half day no saves. We have, again, 12 hours. I think the speed run for Final Fantasy VII is like just under 8 hours. Like 7 something, or it's either just under 9 or just under 8 hours. Well, kind of just like, I guess, Dragoon, it's a lot of it is, in fact, just knowing what you're up against. Yeah, there. I mean, there's pretty much no room for taking your time. A lot of it's dependent on, like, okay, you don't want to run at this point in the game. Walk here, don't step there. Get real lucky with the random number generator, so you have exactly the kind of damage you do at exactly the right time. It's possible, but I imagine it takes a lot of trial and error. And heaven forbid, geez. Is that for the North American version, or is that for the European version? Because I know there's different things because they run on different, slightly different times. But if you're doing something like that, you gotta hope that when you sit down and do a speed run, that you don't lose power, or you don't, your console doesn't, go up in flames or something, supernatural like that. Right? Yeah, you gotta kind of hope that the RNG goddess kind of just smiles their fortune upon you. I guess the speedrun would have to change for things like the Steam version with that like triple speed, auto battle kind of thing. That almost leaves me speechless. That is crazy. I can only imagine that has to fall under the any percentage completed kind of beginning and end credits kind of thing. New Game Plus. Is there a New Game Plus for Final Fantasy VII? It might be a Steam-only kind of thing. I did not know that. That's interesting. Okay. He's got to be getting pretty close to defeat.
Double smack.
Yeah, I hear you there. I don't know if I could sit and do like an all-night stream or an all-day 24-hour marathon stream. I know people do it for charities and all sorts of cool stuff like that, but I don't know if I could sit there and just do that much gaming all at once. Unless it's like a really fun game. I mean, one mistake and, if you're doing one of those really, really long speed runs, you gotta start over. I mean, That sucks. Okay, so once again we are picking our party back up where we want. We want Miranda. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Yeah, I know that Twitch you can do some alternative things to where you can either export them or then download them from another thing. What I use to stream is I'm operating under OBS Studio. I'm using an Elgato HD from my PlayStation 3. So what I'm able to do, I'm able to, like what I've been doing this stream, as long as I'm streaming, I have it set up to automatically record to my hard drive. So what I can then do after that is do some editing, or split the videos up, and then they can go up to YouTube for people who weren't able to be here for the stream. It's nice, especially if something happens. But I'm not a Twitch Pro user, so my videos delete after like 2 weeks. Okay, so if we go into this beam of light here, we're going to move on to some of the last bosses of the game. So I think what I want to do now is see about heading back and saving. Come back here. We got one more boss. One more time fighting the Super Virage, and then I think at that point I might call it quits for the stream, because we're coming up on we're gonna be coming up on 3.5 hours pretty soon. We've still got, obviously we had to fight Zeeg, and after that we've got to fight Malbu Frama, the big bad guy of the game. And that could take who knows how long. I don't think I'm going to have time tonight to finish it. But we're going to get pretty darn close. It should also be mentioned that where we're currently at, this whole little different worlds, good place to train your characters. That Triceratops we fought in that one area gives like 2,000 experience apiece, and if you head up the beam of light, you get 1,000 experience, I think, in the battles. So if you're kind of falling behind, you don't think, if you're playing through the game and you're not quite sure you're leveled up enough, this is a good place to kind of, train your characters with that inn in the town. Nice little sort of like preparing for the final fights. Yeah, I remember that the final fight took me a while the first time I played through. The first time I actually managed to get to the final fight and win. I didn't lose. I know I didn't lose at all. I know I did succeed my first try, but it took a long time. I know I was under-leveled, and I mean, it's just like, finally, huge relief when you actually manage to see the death animation for that final boss. Oh, that is a good question. I don't have any more Saturdays available until January. I am taking every single Saturday in January off from work, so that would be an option. I don't think it'll be that long of a wait, though. The way I determine when I stream is dependent upon what exactly I have going on in the morning. I work midnights, so Tuesday night and Wednesday night, or I guess super early Wednesday and Thursday mornings, depending on how you look at that kind of time breakdown, are usually the days that I have off. So if I'm going to stream, it would be a Tuesday or Wednesday night, or Wednesday, Thursday morning, you know, after midnight kind of stuff. But again, that's dependent upon whether or not I have to watch my son in the morning. I know that this upcoming Wednesday and Thursday, my fiance works the morning shift. So if I can somehow manage to like only take a couple hours to beat the game, then that's definitely an option. It'll probably be a Tuesday or Wednesday night this upcoming week. If for some odd reason it's not going to happen then, it would be probably the next best time would be the following Tuesday and Wednesday. And if for some odd reason that doesn't get to the point, then it's definitely going to be whatever that first weekend, that first Saturday in January would probably work out. But I will definitely make sure to get some sort of notification out when I know for a fact I'm going to be getting to that point. Okay, let's see. We want... There we go. That'll be fine. And it also depends on the weather. Actually, now that we're in the winter time, bad weather can set in, and it might make it a little bit sketchy to stream because I don't want to be in the middle of something and then my power cut out. I do have a backup generator for our home, but at that point, the stream I'll lose all the progress with my computer being shut off like that. I really need to invest in one of those dark out boxes that will allow it to kind of keep running for like I think up to 15 minutes after the power goes out. But no, I'm thinking Tuesday or Wednesday night of next week is the next time we're gonna probably aim for that, and I'll update my Twitter account anytime that I'm thinking about doing it, and it'll be sometime after midnight, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, something like that. But we're not too far now, not too far off.